Hey people, it's Daps here again, and as usual, I'm super excited to have you join me in this video. Now today we're talking about something very interesting. This is not one of those, oh, Claude just released a new model kind of news. Anthropic just released something called Claude Fable 5, and the crazy part is this model is connected to what Anthropic calls a Mythos class model. In simple English, this is supposed to be one of the most powerful Claude models Anthropic has ever made available to the public. But there is a catch. Actually, there are more catches to this because while Claude Fable 5 is powerful, it's also heavily guided. There are things it can do, there are things it will not do, and there are even situations where Anthropic themselves may quietly route your request away from Fable 5 to another Claude model. That alone is something I consider very interesting. Is this the best Claude model right now? Is it worth even the price? Is this something actually useful for normal people like me and you, like creators, like developers, WordPress users, business owner, or everyday AI users? Or is this one of those most powerful models that sound exciting on paper but may not actually make sense for everyone? That's exactly what we are going to break down in this video. So without wasting so much time, without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first wild thing you need to know about this is probably the most interesting part of the whole announcement. Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5 are not completely unrelated models. And this is where things get way interesting. From what Anthropic announced, Fable 5 is basically the public sale version of the Mythos class model. So I just want you to think about it like this. Mythos 5 is the powerful version, but it's not available to everyone. Anthropic says Mythos 5 is currently only available to a small group of vetted partners, especially through something called Project Glasswing. And Project Glasswing is focused on serious cybersecurity work. Things like finding vulnerabilities, security important systems, and helping defenders stay ahead. But Fable 5 is the version normal users like you and I can actually access. Anthropic here is not just saying here is a new AI model. They are saying we have a model that is extremely powerful, but we need to release it carefully. And I want to believe that alone should tell you about the model we are talking about here. Now, the second thing we need to know about Claude Fable 5 is this. The model is powerful, but it is not completely free to do everything. I don't even mean free as in money. I mean free as in freedom. Anthropic made this very clear that Fable 5 comes with serious safeguards, especially around areas like cybersecurity, biology, and chemistry. This tells me two easy things. Number one, Anthropic knows that this model is very powerful. And then number two, they are not comfortable releasing it to the public without control. Now, for normal users, this may not be a problem because if you're using Claude Fable 5 for writing, research, coding, business strategy, content creation, or maybe long document, WordPress project, normal day-to-day use, you may not even notice this. But if you're using this around cybersecurity, biology or chemistry, or something Anthropic generally considers sensitive, they may have to reroute you, unfortunately. Now, here is where a lot of people get very confused. As you can see on my screen right now, I currently have access to Fable 5 on my Claude web app. And in my own case here, it says included until June 22. You can see that. But here's the interesting part. At the moment, I'm only seeing this on the Claude web. I'm not seeing this on my desktop app. If you open up your own Claude right now and you can't see Fable 5, don't conclude that you don't have access. Yes, outside of the normal Claude web app, developers can access Fable 5 through the Claude API, and topic documentation lists the model ID as Claude Fable 5. So if you're building apps, agent, workflows, or integration, this is the name you want to look out for. And for enterprise or cloud users, Fable 5 is also showing up through platforms like Amazon Bedrock. So my simple breakdown is this: for normal users, check Claude on the web; for developers, check the Claude API. And finally, for cloud and enterprise users, check platforms like Amazon Bedrock. You should be able to have access to this. But based on what I'm seeing right now, web access seems to be the easiest way to test it immediately. Access is not always the same everywhere and at the same time. Sometimes the web app get it first, sometimes the API get it first, sometimes some people get it first. They roll it out over a long period of time. So don't panic if you check right now and you can't access it. You will definitely at some point be able to access it. Just check around. So Anthropic says Fable 5 supports a 1 million token context window. Wow, that's crazy. It means in theory that you can give it a very large document, long transcript, big project files, long research materials, or even a large code base, and you can ask it to reason across everything, not just summarize the first few paragraphs or forget the rest. And that there is why this model stand out. Again, Anthropic documentation also says that Fable 5 supports high resolution image understanding, which is useful for screenshot analysis, documentation analysis, and computer use type tasks. So if you're a creator, you can use it to analyze a thumbnail, a landing page, a dashboard, website screenshot, or even a UI design. In my opinion, this is where Fable 5s become interesting. It's not just a chat box, it's a machine. It's a model that you need to take serious for heavy work. Claude Fable 5 is powerful, yes, but it's not cheap. It's not at all. According to Anthropic official pricing, Claude Fable 5 costs $10 per 10 million input tokens and $50 per million output tokens. Now, if you compare that to Claude Opus 4.8, Opus 4.8 is just $5 per 5 million input tokens and $25 per million output tokens. So basically, Fable 5 is around double the API of Opus 4.8. Where Fable 5 begins to make sense is when the task is big enough to justify the cost. It's just a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. If I'm not using it for deep business strategy or maybe a full website audit that can earn me thousands in US dollar, then it doesn't worth using it at all in the first place. That's my time for this video. Claude Fable 5 is powerful, no doubt, but the best AI model is the one that actually save you time, improve your work, and help you get things done right on time, and not just a model with a powerful announcement anywhere. Don't get carried away with the hype. If you find this video helpful, you know what to do as usual. Smash the like button, and if you've already used Fable 5, just let me know in the comment section. I want to know what you think about it. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not. I will see you in another video. Keep building, keep testing, and keep winning.